Sing something to this. I feel like you can. Come on, you are the writer.
I am not singing.
I know you could come up with something. I'm so mad at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the one and only, the man himself.
When I tell you this is so good to me.
Tim Bowman Jr. What's up, man?
Pastor Javen, I love you, man.
I love you more. I
need you to know that.
Wow.
I love you, man. We joke.
Get in your mic. Make sure you pull your mic. There you go. Sound better.
We joke.
You can pull it.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
Come on, production value. Come on, production value.
Coming up.
Come on. And this is a beautiful building. This is my first time here.
Yeah. That's right. You came. We weren't
soiree.
here. Yeah. Okay.
But I want to say this, and please get this on tape because I'll never say it again. But I love you, man. You are a legend. You're a living legend.
Wow.
You have been doing ministry at such a high level for so many years, and you have made it look so relational. You make ministry look like Monday through Saturday.
That is a good way to say that.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
For that, I admire you.
Thank you.
Did you give your own self-applause? Let another man praise you.
That was a big one, too.
Oh, my word. Okay, I'm going to shut up.
I've known you for a very long time.
Yes.
It's been amazing to watch your career blossom and grow. The first time we were introduced to you was through your aunt.
Yes.
Your aunt, and his aunt is the legendary.
Do we got drum roll?
I know. I'm trying to find one. No, it's not a bad.
Miss Vicky Winans.
That's a bad drum roll.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yes,
that's a drum pickup.
Really bad.
But Miss Vicky Winans.
Vicky Winans. The Vicky Winans, by the way. What's up? We love and you were doing like crazy vocal riffs, and I mean, we was like, who is this kid? How old were you when you were doing all that stuff?
It's crazy. I did it when I was 11 going into 12. And what happened was, I was in a session with her. And my family all knew I could sing.
Okay.
Had been doing it in the choir since like 6 years old, directing and all that stuff. But I was in a session, and she was doing Shake Yourself Loose.
Wow.
And she said, send Timmy in the booth. And all I knew to do, because my dad is a smooth jazz guitarist, was scat. So I said, sit better than that. So I was doing all that stuff.
At 11 years old.
At 11 years old. And I won my first Stellar Award when I was 12. And from there out, that was like my introduction.
What song is that? That
Shake Yourself Loose
Shake
remix.
Yourself. So y'all got to, so for those of you who have never heard that, go back on YouTube, whatever, look for it. Because you're in the video.
Yes.
And you're 11 years old in that.
12.
That is 12 years old.
No,
that is
the video came after the song.
Yeah.
So we did the song. I think in the video, I probably was around 14.
Yeah.
Like 13, 14. But I won the Stellar when I was 12.
Are you the youngest? Who's the youngest? You might be the youngest, Tim.
No, I'm sure it was somebody else.
You might be a legendary. What do you call that?
But that was my introduction. David said, whoa, buddy.
Put laughing with it. No, I put laughing with it.
Easy.
You want to hit him laugh?
This is too much. So, yeah.
I use this actually at home. So, like, when I wake up in the morning, this is the first thing I hear. And then, if I feel like I need to bring it up.
But see, this is why you're a legend. Like, this is Monday through Saturday.
Right.
Who does that? Who does that?
All right. So then you end up doing all your music. You end up getting signed. You record. I remember you and Bree coming out to LA. Why did y'all come to LA?
We came out because our story went viral. We decided to,
The Virgin.
Yes. And while we were here, I think we did something for like Nightline or GMA. No. Yes, something like that.
Okay.
And then we did the Rev Run Tyrese show on the OWN network.
Wow. Okay.
And we did a bunch of press and stuff like that.
Yeah. So Tim is married to Bree, who is the daughter of
Dr. Mike and Dee Dee Freeman.
And then that ministry is a big ministry up in the Baltimore area. And what's the name of the church?
Spirit of Faith Christian Center, but we are renaming it Faith City Central.
I could say a whole lot there, but I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But it's like, how you going to come in? Anyways, so let's keep moving.
This Faith City Central.
Faith City Central. And then you did it. You were working with Warren Campbell for a little bit.
Yes.
All right.
Well, yes and no. Well, Warren's like family. You know,
Okay.
he's really cool with the Winans family.
Okay.
And because of that relationship, he's always been like a big brother of mine. Shout out to Warren Campbell. But
Absolutely.
I was like,
that's Erica Campbell's husband from Mary Mary. This
Yes.
is how this thing is all.
Yes.
Okay.
But let me tell you how much I respect this man's integrity. I literally had a contract drafted up, getting ready to sign with him.
Okay.
And we had everything worked out, and he said, Tim, I can't do it. And he said, let me tell you why. Because now is your time.
Wow.
And I have 3 other artists that I have to get out before you.
Wow.
And he said, I'll sign it right now, but it
hold you up.
It will hold me up.
Hold you up.
And he doesn't even realize it, but he's part of the reason I'm sitting here right now.
Part of the reason why you're sitting here right now. He set you free so you could do what you needed to do.
He did.
That is amazing. Come on,
That's
Warren
my brother.
Campbell.
I just talked to him not too long ago.
You talk to him, but you don't talk to me.
Ooh,
Yo,
Javen.
I'm saying, but anyways.
When you call, guess where I'm at? Here.
Let me say this for the record. I did call you like 2 or 3 times back to back when we was trying to get a song recorded, which, by the way, we did a song recently. Y'all gonna be hearing about it. I don't know when this is gonna air, but at some point, The Year of Yes is a single that I wrote because our church is on a teaching series. I don't even know if you know all this. So our church is on a teaching series all this year called The Year of Yes.
Okay.
So everything, our hats, our shirts, our messages, we're challenging people to just say yes to whatever God puts in front of you. And I'm telling you, it's been ridiculously explosive. Like, all joking aside, the power of God has just been showing up service after service, week after week, testimonies after testimonies. All right. Anyways, I decided, or God decided, you need a song. I wrote a song called Year of Yes. We were just about getting ready to take it into mixing, and I called Tim. I was like, Holy Spirit, I was like, we need Tim on this. In a matter of minutes, I would say, Tim goes in there and kills it. And when y'all see this and watch the video, it's ridiculous.
Well, you're a bully. Let's just go ahead and tell it. If we're going to tell it, we need to tell it. The world needs to know that you are a bully. You are a bully. So you don't call and ask for anything. You call and demand. And let me tell you what I do. I keep saying yes. I guess it's the year of yes.
This is the year of yes. It's perfect. It's perfect. Anyways, he comes on, man, and like he does. You are a ridiculous professional, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't know. What is that from? You're like very professional, though.
Well, I'm a little OCD.
Okay.
I am very OCD in the sense of things like I'm a man. Things have to be in order.
Wow.
As I get older, I learn how to function in situations that are out of my control.
Okay.
But it used to be bad. Like, if things weren't this is, I would just look like, So I believe in doing everything at a level of excellence that the kingdom deserves.
Wow.
So
say that again.
I believe
doing everything
in excellence to the level that the kingdom deserves.
Ooh, that is a wisdom key. Doing everything in excellence to the
degree or to the level
that
the kingdom deserves.
Every church person needs to hear. Every minister of music, every worship leader, every media department, every pastor. I really believe. And something happens for you throughout your whole history of gospelness over the pandemic.
Yeah.
You guys become viral.
Crazy.
Talk about that.
Crazy. So we're coming into the pandemic.
First off, is Faith City already established?
Okay, great question.
Yeah.
All right, so 2019.
Okay.
I did my debut project with Rodney Jerkins.
Okay.
And we had I'm Good, #1 single. Yeah, we had Fix Me. We had Your Love. We had all those songs that I got my first Grammy nomination.
Wow.
So God is like doing all these things in Tim Bowman Jr. Ministries.
Got it.
The middle of 2019, the Lord gives me this vision to rebrand the local ministries team Faith City Music.
At the church?
At the church.
At your father-in-law's church?
Yes.
Now, I got a question for you. Are you working at the church at this time? Are you doing anything at the church?
Yes, I'm worship pastor.
So you were worship leading and all that?
Yes.
So you go sing, do your concerts, get back on Sundays, and lead.
I'm a firm believer that everything that happens to me out here in the industry, in the world, is a direct harvest of what I've sown into my local ministry and my local pastor. Shout out to you, Dr. Freeman. I love you. But I serve that guy.
Tell people.
I'm faithful over all of the things concerning him. I'm talking about if he needs help at the house, I'm faithful. If it concerns him, I have made a commitment and a vow to honor him.
Can I ask you a question, personal question? Is that because he's your father-in-law or because he's your pastor?
It's because he's my pastor and my father-in-law. Like, to me, I believe that I'm a spiritual being first and then natural.
I love that.
So for me, I know I don't think a pastor is something that you decide to do.
Yeah.
I think you decide to obey God.
Yeah.
And I believe God tells you who your pastor is, and you have a choice to say yes or no.
Wow.
So when you make a commitment as such, and we're kind of deviating off,
but you're good. Go.
You can't be offended and ran off. Because it was never your decision in the first place.
So y'all be careful when y'all accept them calls and then change your mind. God, always tell people God doesn't change his mind.
Come on.
You know, like when people get church hopping and all that kind of stuff and ministry hopping and saying, oh, my spirit. No, God, no spirit. No, God don't change his mind.
Yeah.
He knew that church was dysfunctional when he called you to it.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think people get really, really sidetracked with what is the call of God and then what is something you just kind of want to do. All right. So you end up serving at worship.
Yes.
And pandemic hits. We're in quarantine.
Yes.
God says change the name.
Well, no.
Okay.
It's Faith City Music. So I branded it fourth quarter Faith City Music.
Okay.
I branded it.
How are you going to just, the name of the church is what?
Faith City, Spirit of Faith Christian Center.
Right. So how you going to come in, is that camera on me? Do they have this on me? How you going to just come into another man's church and then just change the music department's name?
Well, but that's the sign of an amazing pastor.
Because he let you do it.
He let me
I will confess and say me and Bree did have a quick little conversation about that, but I ain't going to put our, because me and your wife, we have our own relationship.
Yeah,
right?
She's obsessed with you.
Yeah, so we had our own little talk about that. But go ahead. It's amazing you was able to do that, walk in the man's church and just change.
But when you're as secure, and I mean, I need y'all to understand, this dude has accomplished, and I'd say dude so respectfully.
No, he is a dude.
Yeah,
because he's a smooth man.
Yeah, he's not into titles or any of that.
Can dress.
Yes, he can.
Got style, swag. Trust me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I gave him the vision. He said, "Oh, we have a piece of land, so we own almost a little over 400 acres.
One day, Jesus."
Across all campuses. And so we have 3 campuses and we have 250 acres sitting.
I need an organ on here. Y'all find me an organ.
This is the crazy thing about that vision. He named the 250 acres we have sitting, he named it Faith City.
Wow. Got it.
So when I came to him and said, God gave me this vision, he said, no, that's the land, Tim. That's not the thing. I said, I know that God told me. He said, I trust the vision that God has given you. Okay, 2019
Come on, pastors, listen.
New Year's Eve, I did a recording. Pandemic hasn't hit yet, 2019. 3 months later, the country shuts down. The world shuts down. So I'm thinking, Tim Bowman, I mean, I'm traveling like crazy. Everything is working.
Doing your thing.
Doing my thing. And the Lord shifts my focus.
I love it.
So there was no more traveling. There was no more. He shifts my focus and tells me to put everything that I had into building this local ministry and my local department, Faith City, the music. And he asked me a question. He said, am I not big enough to create a worship experience that's inclusive of inspiration, praise, worship, emotionalism, laughing, dancing, crying, all of those things. And he said, why does the body of Christ have to experience grandma's worship experience on Sunday mornings? And then, because you know the award shows typically come on Sunday nights, and then on Sunday nights turn to the Grammys to get inspiration. Am I not the author of it all? So when he asked, you know, when God asks you a question, it's not like he doesn't have the answer to it.
Right.
So in that moment, God began to download so many things into me. So what I had to do then was change my viewpoint from not just being a hearer, but being a doer.
Come on.
And I tell people when I do master classes or workshops, my biggest asset in this season ain't my voice. It's not my creativity. It's my ear.
Yes. Come on.
That's the biggest thing.
Come on.
I've put myself in a position to hear from God, because God is always speaking.
Yeah.
But we're not always in a position to hear from him.
Yeah.
So I've sobered up. God has been giving me these downloads. So when y'all saw us in the hot air balloon, 5,000 feet in the air, doing a worship set, that wasn't me. That was a divine inspiration
download
that God gave me, and we implemented it.
Was that the first one?
No.
What was the first creative one? I can't remember.
So this is how the hand of God has been on Faith City Music. The very first week of the pandemic, I had saw years ago somebody do this thing called a virtual choir.
Okay.
Years ago. And it just, nobody ever did it again.
Right.
I'm like, okay, my choir members can't come. They trying to figure out how they can still serve. I think it was like 13 people you can have in a building at the time.
6 feet.
I decided to do a virtual choir on that big LED screen at the church.
Okay.
So we did, I think, Hezekiah Walker, some old throwback song to kind of loop the older school people, because we were doing something new. And it went viral. Millions of views. Nightline NBC calls the very first week of the pandemic and says, we were sent this video. Can we get an interview? And can we air it on Nightline? So the very first week of the pandemic, that set got aired on national syndicated TV on Nightline NBC.
You're thinking what? I want to know go back to that night, that day. What were you thinking? What
Amazing question. Amazing. I said, I'm like, how? Like, how does this happen?
It's so dope.
Wasn't even thinking it.
So dope.
In my personal career, I haven't been on Nightline. I'm serving my local church, and then we get to Nightline.
Yo, I love the connection. I tell people that all the time, Tim. I mean, I'm jumping in my skin.
Yeah.
Because, I served my journey. I served Pastor Paula White and Randy for, almost a decade.
Yes.
Saying, not my will, but your will be done. And the first couple of years of I was doing praise and worship when it wasn't cool. You know what I mean?
And famous.
Right. It wasn't even a genre when I started.
Yeah.
It's not until Ron Canoli comes on the scene and does God is Able that people start going, okay, and Don Moen, singing As the Deer Panteth for the Water, that people start going, this is something.
I didn't know about him. I just did a concert with him 2 months ago in Toronto. I sat there and song after song after song. Shout out to the legendary Don Moen.
Yeah, he's the godfather. Him and Ron Canoli, I would credit as the godfather of contemporary praise and worship. This is why we have praise and worship like we do today. Wow. I'm telling you, this is where people don't know that. This is where that starts from. And then overseas in Australia, Darlene Sheck, what is her song? I'll think of the song later. Anyway, she sings, she writes that song, and it goes.
Yep.
Anyways.
The birth of the Hillsong movement.
Correct.
Yep.
So all of that season in my life was all about, can you serve the man of God?
Come on.
Can you serve the house of God?
Come on.
Can you put your career and your dreams and all that stuff second to what I called you to do?
Yeah.
And that's what the scripture says.
Seek ye first.
Seek ye first. And when you do that, so I just think that's ridiculously amazing. But I honestly, and the only reason why I'm even interrupting you here, because I really want to sell that point for the young people that are out there watching, and for those of you that are going, when is it going to be my chance, my turn? When am I going to get a label? When am I going to get signed? Trust me when I tell you, if you stay faithful to the local church and really, but here's the key though, I got to drive this home, because at first I was at the church, I didn't want to be there. Wow. I'll be transparent. Because I came from Lee University, Christian school, that's where a lot of CCM artists come from. They were getting deals. They were going to Nashville, and he was asking me to come to Tampa. And I'm like, I want to go to Nashville like everybody else. So the first,
definitely had the gift.
Yeah. So the first year or two, man, I was just like, I was doing it, but my heart wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But when I made the commitment, like what God told, the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Man, give these people everything, and I'll give you what you need. That's when things took off.
Now we got textured walls.
Bring his suitcase. You want to go there?
We've got texture.
Bring me his suitcase, Benji. Bring me the suitcase.
Now we have textured walls.
Come on, bring it. I want you to bring it to me.
When you do the things of God, it comes with textured walls.
What is this alligator? What is this?
That is hilarious.
Y'all won't believe how heavy this is. Can we see? What camera should I
could live out of this bag for 4 months straight.
I could live out of this bag. This is this smells like money. we don't went way off.
I've worked hard for that bag, though. And it's sturdy. It lasts.
You clearly have really made it.
That is hilarious. Can we get off this bag, please? Because you know I'm uncomfortable. I'm so irritated. Jamin, Benji, if you don't come and get this bag, because he will stay here.
I feel like I need to stay here with this bag the rest of the show. Y'all, this bag is so. I promise you, gold is in here. No, like like bars of gold are in that bag. Yeah. Anyways, you end up doing these. All right, and so like every week, you tuned in for Faith City Music because you didn't know if they were going to have sand on the stage, dirt. We didn't know if y'all was going to be jumping off a building singing. I mean, just ridiculously. Who comes up with all that stuff? Do you have a creative team?
I
kinda.
I had one, but when it started flowing, yeah.
Amazing. Y'all did one where you were on the treadmills.
Yes.
Singing.
So that was the month
How
of
you got
fitness.
them big people to get on them treadmills?
Listen to me. You know I got some big people.
I know.
That's not politically correct
like,
to say, but we got to call
we
it.
do.
Yes.
I saw a thing the other day. They say in China, people, they're very direct.
Yes.
They say, I don't mean nothing by it, but they'll walk up to you and say, oh, you're so fat.
Yeah.
You can't say, well, stop eating. You're like, they're very direct. All right, we're not Chinese, but anyways, go ahead.
It was the month of fitness.
That's what that was about.
Yes, I believe that was in 2021. So we started off with the 5 F's of the ministry. So it's like faith,
So
family,
ridiculous.
finances, fitness, and fellowship.
I got a headache from y'all already.
So one of the month, it was,
We
I
just
believe,
a year of yes. We just do 1 year at a time. I got time
so in May, I believe it was the month of fitness,
Got
and
it.
the Lord gave me that.
Uh-huh.
So what we did was I went out and bought like 12 treadmills and like 3 ellipticals. And what I did was we did a full worship set on treadmills because I wanted
Y'all got to go see it. It's crazy.
I had to show people that this building and these walls are not the church.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, Tim. Do you preach?
I do.
Do you be preaching at home?
I do.
So when do you preach? Like second Sundays or something like that?
Every third Sunday.
Every third Sunday. Will you preach? How you be preaching?
I'm a teacher, so I'm still trying to figure Yeah, because
Do you ever get a little excited?
I do.
I want to know what you sound like when you get excited. What do you do?
I do. I have not taken a tune yet, but I get excited.
The Riff King is not taking a tune?
I do it intentionally.
I saw Dietrich preach one time. All he did was riff.
Dietrich, I did not say that. I did not say that. That was Pastor Jamin. But see, I don't want to.
I was like, D, all you did was riff. I mean, it was good, but he, you know.
Mary had
yes. He was sweating.
No, he didn't.
Feet on the monitors.
Don't you do that?
That
I
was
have
so
heard
hilarious.
him preach, and he's amazing.
Oh yeah, now he preached. Now he preached. But when he first started
I don't want it
out,
to be a cop out.
okay.
I don't.
Because you know if you did that, you got us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. That's good.
And one thing I found
That's
out
good.
is a extrinsically motivated minister is a dangerous minister.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you cannot be extrinsically motivated doing what it is we do, because you give the keys away to the people to lead and guide, and so you say boo and they you will put aside to the assignment that God told you to do just to get another.
And it's very, very contagious to get to lean into that and get off track.
It's very easy to do.
I like that you were shooting into going into teaching. He doesn't want. See, I would have done 2 podcasts with him, but he's so tired. I want to go to hotel. So maybe we'll get another one.
Part 2.
We'll do another one, I guess.
Okay.
If all right, we got.
I got to talk to my agent.
We got to
talk to my agent and we'll see. I gotta see.
My drums are not loud.
Benji, call my people in between, and we'll see if we can get the green light.
My side is literally hurting. I'm laughing too much. All right, we gotta go back. All right, so then you start bringing in legendary superstars to be featured in these videos.
Well, before that, Nightline was it's been phases.
Yeah.
So before we got to what people say residencies, that's fair to say. Now, Faith City
You better go to Vegas and get a residency. That'd be crazy.
Like we're on Good Morning America.
Amazing.
We're on, and we sung at the White House for the National Day of Prayer.
Wow.
And it was controversial. Like CNN drugged me because they were like, I can't believe Tim Bowman Jr. went and sang for that President Trump.
Yeah.
And I'm like, regardless of political beliefs or affiliate, like
it's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm not here to get into that.
Right.
Whether you're left, right, in the middle, it's the National Day of Prayer. This is the day we've set aside.
And it's the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the White House.
Yeah.
It ain't his house.
Yeah, and it wasn't a Republican rally. It wasn't a Democratic rally. It was the day.
You represent yourself, and you represent Jesus.
The kingdom on the National Day of Prayer.
Got nothing to do with them.
So, but that was a crazy experience because that was my first time ever. No, that was my second time. I did something for Biden. But we got to go to the White House.
Y'all saw that?
No,
I just bring the other suitcase. Bring the other suitcase. No, I'm serious. Bring me Benji. Bring me the other suitcase. I'm gonna tell y'all.
See, I don't like this. I don't.
Come on. Hurry up, Benji. You can't lift it. It's too heavy.
So irritated
Look at this, y'all.
right now.
Look at. Oh my God! I can't even lift this. That's got to be gold. Y'all see it? Look at the handle. Get a shot of that. This will be staying here for the rest of the
Are you done or are you finished?
We just want people to know you.
Okay, if you can't produce this show, I'm going to come around there. Will you get a hold of the talent?
We just want you.
He is out of control, Benji.
We broke over here.
I'm so irritated.
We broke over here.
So irritated. I'm so irritated. And you know it. And it's giving him more fuel.
God is good over here. Listen to me. God is
He's
good over
very
here.
good.
And we've been to the White House 2 times, 2 different presidents.
So I needed help.
Okay.
So I called some of my friends to come in.
I feel like I want to do The Price is Right. Remember when they used to rub on the thing and tell you that...
This podcast is unhinged. I don't feel safe. I feel verbally accosted.
My side is really hurting.
I have been verbally...
All right, I got to stop. That's the Holy Ghost saying stop playing.
I don't feel safe. This is no longer a safe place for me. You know what?
It's not a healthy...
This is not healthy for me.
This is not a healthy environment.
So, I mean, can we get back to ministry? Because this carnality for me is just not going to work. Benji, this isn't going to work for me.
I told you he was a diva.
This is not going to work for me.
If I'm a bully, you're a diva. All right, let's go. All right, so
I needed help.
Okay, you didn't, but
I did.
You did not.
It was becoming a lot.
Okay. I see what you mean. You need a front person,
right? And for me, I'm not a guy who has to. Like,
look at me.
Yeah, that's not me at all.
And that is very true of Tim. That's not a fake humility. That's
like
real.
I'm more so concerned with a unit moving than me.
And that's why you're so blessed. I will give you that all day.
Thank you.
You're ridiculously humble, ridiculously real.
Thank you.
Just anytime I could call you, all joking aside, it's like you always want to people like for TBN and stuff like that. You always want to work with the people that you know it's going to be fun to work with.
Thank you.
You know,
I'm always show up for you. I'm gonna give you the toughest time up until there.
No, but you always do show up.
I'm gonna be there.
Marvin Jr. will be totally jealous about this interview. I can tell you right now. I already hear your mouth.
Let me tell you, really, the first interaction with Pastor Javen. I mean, am I putting a handle on this, or is it?
That's
just
right,
Javen?
Pastor.
Okay,
put some respect on it.
The thing with my first interaction.
Book, by the way.
Well, why didn't you put Pastor Javen on here?
Because it came out before.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was in LA working with Rodney Jerkins on my album, and I needed a place to stay. And he's very rich. And he has homes in various parts of the country. So his LA home, he said, well, I'm not there. I'm in Tampa. Tim can just take the LA home. Well, it's one thing to say one thing and one thing to actually happen. Well, he said it never actually happened, but I believe his
I don't even remember this.
Yes, he said, Tim, I don't know this kid, but I believe in him. He can take my LA home.
Wow.
And it was like from that moment on, I was like, this dude is real.
Absolutely.
And
I love your wife. Dude, so seriously, we're going way over. Bree, Tim's wife is ridiculous. What is she doing now? She's starting to put out some stuff, right?
She is the frosting on my cupcake.
Oh my God.
She's the syrup on my pancakes. When I tell you,
would you talk about her businesses? Did she start a business
yes,
or something?
Does.
Let's talk about that.
Women's mentorship called the Grace Haven. And it's an organization where women from all over the world have been kind of converging to talk about their stories and their testimonies and how to overcome and how to do it with grace and how God's grace.
We love you, Bree. So quiet, very humble, sweetest, beautifulest, brown-skinned woman of God you'll ever meet and see. Love her, love her, love her.
She puts up with me.
And she puts up with you. Y'all are freaking frack. I think y'all are perfect for each other. Y'all will be married to Jesus come. We got to go. Tell people how to find. I know the time's up. How do people find you? Keep up with Faith City and getting ready to be Faith City. When are y'all going to announce that? We
actually announced it January 1st. It takes effect in October at our 30th year anniversary.
So amazing. Faith City Church is going to be
Faith City Central.
Faith City Central, which is located in Baltimore.
The DMV area. We got a location in Baltimore, one in Temple Hills right outside of DC, and then we have one central, which is Brandywine.
Brandywine, that's the one I went to.
Yeah,
we shot a TBN special there. And Tim preaches every third Sunday if you want to hear him preach. And then, of course, all of his music, all of the Faith City. Y'all got an album coming out or it came out or a single? What's going on?
Yep, we got the new single out. Jesus, it just crossed or getting ready to cross top 10 at radio.
Anybody in the Lord Jesus? Yep. You singing that tonight?
I am.
Come on. You know you got 2 sets tonight.
I do. That's another thing that I literally never do. And when Jamie sent that to me, and she said, "I'm getting ready to tell him no." I said,
"No, I got the wrong sound."
I said,
"Tim, say bye to everybody."
Okay.
Wave at him.
Okay, what is the constituency called? What is the name of the podcast?
Do It Now.
Do It Now, audience. I love y'all so much. You guys have the best host.
You should sing this out.
Do it now. What are you waiting for? Do it now.
Hey.
Do it now. What are you waiting for? Oh, I can't even hit a chord change.
That is so dope. Love y'all. Thank you, sir.
I want my royalties off that.